Hey everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood hypnotist here, Dinsdale from Secret Success Hypnosis Clinic. Today we're going to be talking about pain management and if we can lose all the sensation in our hand. So we're going to do a fun experiment and let's get started with a few facts about hypnosis and pain management. I'm going to be reading a little article about psychologist Ronald Melzack and neurobiologist Patrick Wall. They proposed a new theory on how pain is perceived. It actively demonstrates that changing the ways one mentally perceives pain can actually change or decrease the experience of pain on a psychological level. Melzack and Wall's gate control theory of pain suggested that when there is a damage to the body, it can be a cut or a burn, a fracture or a sprain, messages carrying information about the injury travel up to the brain along two separate sets of nerve fibers, small nerve fibers and large nerve fibers. So the small ones are called pain receptors, and then the large ones are normal receptors. The large fibers transmit messages about sensations such as joints, movement, heat, cold, touch, while smaller fibers carry pain signals. The large fibers are faster transmitters of messages compared to the small fibers. Therefore, the messages being transmitted by the large fibers arrive at the spinal cord before being transmitted by the small fibers. According to Melzack, pain messages flowing along peripheral nerves to the spinal cord on their way to the brain encounter the nerve gates that can inhibit, close, or facilitate open the incoming nerve impulses. It's the balance between the messages flowing along the small fibers and the messages flowing along the large fibers that determines whether this gate opens and pain is perceived or the gate closes, blocking the pain signals from reaching the brain. The nerve or pain gate opens when there are more messages being transmitted along the smaller fibers, and the pain gate closes when there are more messages being transmitted along the larger fibers. In addition to these ascending nerve pathways which transmit messages up to the brain, there's also descending pathways which transmit messages down from the brain. These messages are what causes your hand to pull away from something that is causing you pain. They can also depress reactions from the automatic nervous system, such as increased heart rate and blood pressure, which would have been triggered as a result of the pain. What's important is that the descending messages can carry a release of natural pain-releasing opiate-like neurotransmitters, such as endorphins, which closes the gate and also blocks the release of neurotransmitters which are responsible for increasing pain. The Melzack's model suggested that psychological factors such as past experience, attention, and emotion influence pain response and perception by acting on the gate control system. With hypnosis, we're trying to teach people how to control that pain gate, which is basically using your mind to change the perception of the pain itself. And by doing so, we're actually sending different neurotransmitters that will help relieve the pain and change the sensation to something that is less painful, basically. So let's get this hypnosis experiment going. I'd like you to close your eyes all the way down right now and take some few deep breaths. And get ready to settle into trance. A nice, gentle, relaxing feeling. Perhaps you can imagine that your body is getting loose and limp, as if you were a puppet and all the strings have been clipped. Everything just goes loose and limp. Perhaps your neck flops over to the side. Your shoulders droop. You are feeling so nice and relaxed and comfortable. And in a moment, in your mind's eye, we're going to go to a very special place. A place where pain can no longer affect you whatsoever. But before we get there, you have to be fully relaxed. Wouldn't it be wonderful to fully let go and experience deep tranquility? So as you breathe in relaxation and breathe out all the tension, I wonder if you can imagine that you are slowly drifting down through an inky abyss, and you see 10 clouds far, far down below you that you are drifting ever so slowly towards. And there is a cloud that's closest to you that you slowly sink into, and you think the number 10, and you come out the other side of the cloud. And as you sink even further down, you see the next cloud coming up towards you. 9, sink into the cloud and out the other side. I wonder what color these clouds are to you as you drift to 8, through the cloud and out the other side. It's like these clouds are washing away all your anxieties. 7, as if nothing else matters but the next cloud. 6, drifting further and further down. 5, halfway to the bottom of relaxation. 4, even deeper now. 3, feeling so nice and comfortable. 2, and finally see that last cloud coming towards you. And 1, you sink all the way down until your mind is completely clear, until nothing else matters except my voice. And you begin to notice that out of the inky darkness, you begin to arrive on a snowy world. You touch down now into the snow and hear it crunch beneath your feet. You can step a few times, enjoying the sensation of the snow on your feet, that cool, tingling sensation on your feet, completely cold and numb. The longer you stand in the snow, the more cold and numb your feet become. And it's an interesting sensation. So I'd like you to put your dominant hand in the snow now too. And you notice right away how cold and numb your hand is beginning to get. You move the snow around in your hand, cold and numb. The more you keep your hand in the snow, the colder and number your hand begins to get. Perhaps you can pack a little snowball in your hand, and you allow it to melt over your skin, that icy cold water dripping all the way down to your wrist. Everything from the wrist forward is completely cold and numb. You are draining all sensation, all feeling from the hand. It is growing completely cold and numb. And in a moment, I will count from 3 to 1, and your hand will become the coldest and numbest it can possibly be. So bury your hand deeply into the snow. 3, cold and numb. 2, no sensation. And 1, all the feeling from your hand is gone. And how about we do a little test to see just how cold and numb that hand is. In a moment, you will try to pinch your skin, but you will find that it feels almost like rubber instead, as if it's not even attached to your body. Your hand has lost all sensation. So go ahead and try to pinch your hand gently, and just notice the sensation has completely changed. It feels rubbery and tingly, but there is no pain. It is simply gone now. What an interesting sensation that is. And you can sink back down, stop pinching your hand, and relax your body. You can allow the sensation to return into your hand. Just shake all the snow off. And if you need to, put it on a part of your warm body to warm up your hand again until all the sensation returns now. Get ready to come out of hypnosis. In 5, coming back into the room. 4, 3, move those fingers and toes. 2 and 1, eyes open, feeling calm and relaxed. Well, did our cold hand experiment work? Let me know in the comments down below. Again, if you'd like to support the channel, sign up for HypnoHub on my website, secretsuccesshypnosis.com. It would be a huge help to me, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Secret Success Hypnosis